Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another operator guide. I have Nomad here today, and she is the best flank watcher in the game, in my opinion, over Gridlock, over Lion, I guess could be one, due to her air jabs. So we're going to go over everything from how we should use the air jabs, how we should be taking our style of gameplay and our role when we're on a team, and of course, when we are solo queuing, as Nomad is probably the best solo queue player, one of the best solo queue operators, because she has the capability to watch your flank whenever, of course, your teammates will not in a solo queue. I mean, it's hard to get teams to communicate, watch flanks, etc. in a solo queue. So Nomad can do that for you. Her air jabs can do it for you. So we'll show you all about Nomad. But first things first, the guns that you should be using, of course. You have the AK, which is a pretty decent gun. It's just recoil pattern is kind of all over the place. Plus, the damage is a little lower than the RX. It just has more bullets. That's good for anyone that's trying to mag dump and just spam shoot. But for most players, RX 200 is probably the way to go. It's very heavy hitting, 47 damage, 700 fire rate. So higher fire rate than the AK, higher damage, and a lower mag capacity. So that's how you got to take it. I would recommend the ARX for most people. And then the only option as a backup is this crappy pistol with the ACOG, but that's all you get. So I wouldn't recommend putting a laser on that. I wouldn't recommend putting a laser on any of her weapons, as it's more of a angle holding operator. The only operator on attack I would use a laser on, for the most part, would be Buck because of his skeleton key. But for the most part, you don't want to give away your location. I use holographic on a lot of weapons, just due to my FOV and such. I like a holographic sight. I can see more with it. It's easier to move. It helps keep a 1-to-1 ratio since ACOG zooms it in so much. It just keeps everything more consistent, and that's why I use holographic. And then I use a flash hider as well on Nomad's weapon. You either have an option of stun or a breaching charge. I think stun is the way to go most of the time, especially if you are trying to put an air jab by a ADS. You could burn through the ADS with the stun and then put your air jab down before just wasting your air jab on it. So that's for the weapons. Now I want to hop into game, get you guys up to date with how you should be using Nomad. So I know I've been showing Border a lot recently, but this operator is really overpowered on Border, and that's why you'll see this Nomad ban on Border quite frequently, because of the fact that there's only two ways up each stair, or two ways upstairs. So this is really powerful in Armory, really powerful when coming down too, whenever you're pushing here. So there's only two staircases. You have the east staircase and, of course, metal stairs. So what pros like to do, they like to roam clear down, right? And by putting a Nomad somewhere around here, right? And it, of course, you know, this Nomad will cover this whole area. And then you put another one on metal stairs over here. This will cover the rest of the whole map. Obviously, there's hatches and stuff, but they can't come down or up for the most part. And you could easily put Nomads and just make sure they cover the whole thing. So they can't come down, right? Or they'll blow down the stairs, or blow up the stairs, of course. So you've used two Nomads and you've cut off this whole bottom half of the map once you've roam cleared it. They can jump, of course, but they can't get back up because they'll get Nomad going up as well, unless if they shoot it, which is obviously easier if you shoot it from this side. But that's why Nomad is so powerful, especially in Pro League. But from a more of a casual player who is who's just a normal player that is just solo queuing, you know, normal, I guess is a good way to put it. But Nomad is the best for solo queuing, in my opinion, because it can watch your flanks for you. Now, say you are pushing Armory, lockers, whatever. Say you're pushing this, right? If you went here, put a air jab on this staircase, and you put a air jab somewhere over here, kind of where I put the one over there. First of all, you're going to hear them when they hit it, so you know that they can't come from here, or they have to shoot it, which you should hear as well. So here or here is cut off, and now you have to make your push, right? So now that you've droned out offices, it's clear, right? Clear, looks clear. You are now into offices. So you are here. Who knows where your teammates are? You're solo queued. No one knows where your teammates are in solo queue. And you have this part of the map cut off, that part of the map cut off, and your teammates are somewhere who knows? They might be on main wall, they might be pushing with you, but regardless, no one's probably watching flank except you with your air jabs without actually having to watch flank. This is why Gridlock and Nomad fall under the same category, because Gridlock can put his things here, but it's less effective as a Nomad, which can blow them off the map basically. So once you're here, you have your extra Nomad. You can use this however you want. Obviously you can try to put it here in case someone did somehow get around your flank, and that, or you can play for the plant, right? Once you plant the bomb, say the bomb was here and I planted it, so it's planted here, it is planted here, and now I put a Nomad somewhere around there, so I can just sit in a corner. I can literally sit in a corner and hope that they get Nomaded by my thing, and then go around and peek around and look for the kill. So that's the power of Nomad with solo queuing and with team play. Both of them are pretty similar with watching flanks, but as a team, your role more so becomes a actual true just a support player. You're completely a support player, and all your job is to, you know, set up your drones in flank positions and just make sure your team doesn't get flanked. You can use your Nomads, you can use your drones, and just have a all-out flank watching operator role here. So that's really the importance of this operator in general, is just being a support player. But as a solo queue player, it can be great for everything really. It could be great for watching your flank, since your team will not in a solo queue, and it can also be good for if your team does work together, you can use it in cohesion with all the other operators on your team. So I also wanted to bring up something that was more than just team play really, and other stuff like border with map cutoffs and stuff like that. This is also the best operator, and this is where it really takes a cake versus Gridlock at flank watching. Look at the range of this Nomad before anything. That hits all the way over there without even going down a little bit. Like, look how far this thing will shoot. That's insane, right? So I can come up here, do that run out right here, right? People like to run out canal all the time off these stupid doors. This map is so run out heavy and so annoying. But by can I pick this up? Alright, it's not letting me pick that up, but this will destroy anyone that is trying to run out of here, assuming they are defending this objective, right? So if they're defending this objective, a lot of Valkyrie players like to run out here if they have a cam somewhere up here, right? They're gonna run out on you, and once they come out, they're gonna get blown forward, blown backwards, blown somewhere, and your whole team can shift their attention to here and probably get an easy kill, which is obviously a good thing. So this Nomad charge will do that, or air jab, not charge. And then another run out is top of these white stairs right here. People love to run out of these. So another good Nomad here would be right here, right? And now you have your whole team's runouts, and this is going to help your whole entire team alongside you as well. On a map like this, which is so run out heavy, so just runouts in general are just so overpowered on this, Nomad can be great for watching these two flanks or watching these two runouts, of course, on this upstairs thing. A map like this is very outside, basically. I feel like a lot of the round is played outside until a few entry kills are done, especially in ranked. I'm talking ranked mostly here at this point. And these Nomads right here can get you the easiest kills of your life. Someone always runs out of this, honestly, especially gold, where everyone just thinks that they're the best, right? And they're going to try to run out and get, ace real quick. That will change real shortly once they hit a Nomad, and that will make them think twice before running out. And that's obviously good, as they'll be less annoying come the start of the round. So once you're here, right, and you have that, if you can get into here, drone this out, right, drone out this little area here, make sure nothing's here, and somehow get a air jab over here, now you have your flank watch here, you have your team's flank to watch there and there. The only thing they can do now is have a one-on-one fight here in sight, and people like to sit around there and there and there. And with your drones, you have your flank cut off, you have your team's flank cut off, and now as a solo queue, you're putting your team in a much better position without even having to say a word to them, which is obviously how a lot of people like to play ranked. They don't like to talk at all. But from here, now you're just a fragger. You just come in and frag out, and that is that's how it has to be as a solo queue. In reality, though, in a normal game, you probably want to be more of a support player, but when you are solo queuing, Nomad turns into a fragger, and with great utility, obviously. So that's Nomad. Hopefully this helped. I showed you guys something on board. I showed you something on Canal. Hopefully you can take this to other maps and just think about how good this can be on every single map. So hopefully this helped. Once again, if you guys like this, let me know. I want to know what other operators you guys want to see as well. And with that, I will see you in the next video.